from the 7 Storm Team. Your first alert weather with meteorologist Ben Terry.
All right, a lot going on in the Atlantic Basin. The Pacific side pretty active as well. A couple major hurricanes there east of Hawaii that are on the other side of the globe. Rarely do we see both basins as active as we are right now. And, of course, we've got Hurricane Gaston, a major hurricane yesterday, now downgraded to a Category 2 storm. We'll talk about it first. It's the strongest one on the map here. It's making that turn toward the east. You know, yesterday we were talking about how it was becoming more stationary, and now it's beginning to move off toward the northeast at 6, winds down to 100 miles per hour. So it's still a strong Category 2 hurricane, about 600 miles or so east of the tiny island of Bermuda. And it's going to stay east of Bermuda over the next several days, moving back out toward the east and weakening as it moves its way back toward Africa. Closer to home, we have a tropical depression that's nearing the coast of North Carolina this morning. This one here not looking too organized. In fact, it may stay a depression, perhaps a weak tropical storm as it grazes the Outer Banks. Tropical storm warnings now in effect for the Outer Banks of North Carolina. It will be moving back out to sea, though, so no direct impacts there as the center of that storm stays offshore, but for sure seeing conditions deteriorating for people who may be taking an early Labor Day weekend there to the Outer Banks of North Carolina today. Looking in the Gulf of Mexico, this is a storm that's closer to home. This is Tropical Depression number 9 into the Gulf now, so we have to pay close attention because the Gulf of Mexico being a relatively small body of water compared to the Atlantic, and any sort of slight deviation in the shift of this track or change in the forecast could mean a little bit of a different area that gets impacted. The good news here is that our forecast confidence is going up now that this trough of low pressure digs into the eastern U.S. beginning tomorrow and Thursday. That will eventually pick this system up to the north. In fact, here's that forecast track carrying it into Thursday. The official track from the Hurricane Center has not changed. They're forecasting a landfall here somewhere to the north of Tampa by Thursday as a strong tropical storm, and then pushing over places like Gainesville, maybe affecting Daytona Beach, and even some impacts up to as far west as Tallahassee, and then moving back out to sea as we go into Friday and Saturday. So what that means for southwest Louisiana, well, anytime you have a system that draws to our east, it draws in drier air on the backside. That's what we'll be enjoying later this week as a result of that. A little bit of an increased seas, a little bit higher seas later this week. That's about all we'll notice here locally. Another tropical wave off Africa bears watching. This has been giving a medium 40% chance of developing over the next 5 days, and this is going to be moving on a westward track, so plenty of time to track it as it moves off Africa. Hurricane season, hurricane activity peaks out over the next couple of weeks into September, so it's nothing unusual with what we're seeing right now. That's why we have to, like the package we showed you earlier with Candy, pay close attention to the tropics here as we get into the heart of hurricane season. But at this point, no threat to southwest Louisiana. We'll keep it that way. With this system in the Gulf, we'll watch closely, but again, with that track, that would just mean drier air for us with northerly winds pushing in Thursday and Friday. That's why our rain chances staying so low the next few days.
All right, very good.
Folks in Colorado need some lower